Okay, in this video, we're going to solve this problem right here, and so let's begin. So first, let's just plug in 4. The problem is 4 squared is 16, 16 minus 16 is 0, so you're dividing by 0, and that's a red flag that you have to approach this problem differently. So what I could do is get a common denominator for the top and the bottom, and let's see if stuff cancels out. So what I'm going to have is parentheses 1 divided by x squared minus 1 divided by 16. Now, if I want this top part to have a common denominator, I can multiply this piece by 16 and divide this piece by 16. Likewise, multiply this piece by x squared and divide this piece by x squared. And the thing is, 16 divided by 16 is 1, so we're not making any actual changes. And x squared divided by x squared is also 1, so we're not making any actual changes. And this whole piece, we're going to divide by x squared minus 16. Instead, you could say divide by 1. That's the same. X squared minus 16 is the same as x squared minus 16 divided by 1. Okay, so we're going to clean it up. We have the limit as x approaches 4. So we have 1 times 16, which is just 16. Negative 1 times x squared is just negative x squared, divided by, we have 16x squared as our common denominator for our top piece. So 16x squared, divided by this piece right here. So we have x squared minus 16 divided by 1, close parentheses. And instead of dividing, what we could do instead is multiply, but flip this piece. I'll show you what I mean. We have the limit as x approaches 4, and for the top, we'll have 16 minus x squared divided by 16x squared. But instead of dividing by this piece, we can multiply. If we flip it, we'll have 1 divided by x squared minus 16. And then we could put a parentheses around it. Now, 16 minus x squared is different than x squared minus 16, but we could rearrange. We could say we have the limit as x approaches 4, parentheses. We could say we have negative parentheses, negative 16 plus x squared. Think about it. Negative times a negative is a positive, so positive 16. Negative times a positive is a negative, so negative x squared. And you're multiplying by 1, so there's no need to put that. Divided by, we have parentheses 16x squared, close it, times x squared minus 16, close it, close it. So we're saying that this piece and this piece are identical, so we can cancel it out. So let's rewrite this. We have the limit as x approaches 4. So this piece and this piece cancel, but we still have a negative, so we have a negative 1 divided by 16x squared. And now we can swap. And so what we're going to get is negative 1 divided by 16 times parentheses 4, close it, squared. And so what we get is negative 1 divided by 16 times 4 squared is 4 times 4, which is 16. And so 16 times 16 is 256. And so our final answer is negative 1 divided by 256. And that's all we need to do for this problem.